try, hon. I try.
You succeed. You do that. You do that. I just emotionally appreciated Mister for being an amazing provider, in addition to being a great man. So I'm gonna put it on camera. I ain't gonna cry though, cause I almost just did. I almost just did. I was just sitting here like, really? I was like, really? And that's what made me turn. I was like, oh well, I'm turning the camera on, cause I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry on camera.
Are you gonna cry?
No.
Get the pressure on there. You ain't gonna cry.
No. Or if I do, I could edit it out. But I have decided not to cry when I felt like crying. So, but I do appreciate you, the greatest provider. My entire life, we have not wanted for anything under his leadership, not on his watch. Not on his watch. I wish I was cuter though right now. I'm finna get cute for you.
Yeah.
You're
really
right.
cute. How you gonna get cute?
Like this. I know y'all get this. This how straight men imitate women. That's all straight men can do.
The blinking.
The blinking and the person of the lips. And the person of the, and the smile. That's all y'all know. And I don't know what this is. What is this?
Y'all tell us.
What's the thing? What's this? Why you gotta do this to do the woman imitation?
Tell us.
What do we be doing that make y'all do this? Why the fingers gotta go?
I don't know. You tell us. If we just mocking
When
what
you
we see,
when you see it, what do we be doing with them fingers, tips? What do we? What do we?
I don't know what y'all be doing. Why do y'all grab air? Why y'all snatching air? Like, you tell me. So we just mimic it. We don't know why, the logic behind it.
But who does this? Who talks like this?
Look.
Why is that?
Look, man.
Why is that our mimicking
I don't know what
characteristics?
Deal is. You know, it's a shame they got black masks, but I'm like, I need to keep my blue mask because I'm black, and then they think I'm a criminal if I got black on my face.
Yeah,
It's sad.
It
I gotta, think of that shit.
it is. But I be conscious. I be wanting a black mask because I be wanting my face to just melt into everything, so nobody knows what you look like except for my eyes.
Well, you did with the blue anyway. So I had
You can't do that with the
blue.
blue.
I have a hat on, so
Yeah.
all you seeing is my eyes.
Yeah, you can't do that with the blue one. But I like everything melted into each other.
Well, like it.
But you're right. No, you're right. Because I was thinking about, because I actually enjoyed I used a mask when I brought the last groceries in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's not, because the inside it's so silky. It was, you could inhale it. But, so I was like, I just wish that silky layer, held on to the front of it instead of coming in when I breathe. But I think that after you wash it, it'll probably tighten up. I think it's just loose right now before it's been washed one time. And I think the next time it will stay closer up to that back part because I could breathe, I could talk. I felt like most of my face was even more covered. Like it felt like this. But I felt like it was covering me from other people being able to see me. Like other people can't even see me. And even the audio from my voice, you could still hear it clearly. Like the sound came through the mask. I didn't feel like I had to talk louder to get my voice past my mask. So I was just like talking casually, and I was like, shit. And matter of fact, I was like, I should do all my videos like this from now on. Then I could have my own secret way of going back to not showing my face on camera if I want to. I could just sit and talk. You could still hear the same sound, the same volume. You can hear me. Then I could stop speeding up my voice, which I did stop. I did stop doing. So now I use my regular voice. And that just started happening recently because someone said that they would like to hear my voice, my regular voice, because they wanted to feel like, you know, I was talking to them. And it was critical, but I accepted the criticism. And I was like, what? It was one of those things like people be saying this shit, but they don't be meaning it. But I really mean it. What if they're speaking the opinions of a lot of other people that come and watch me, but they're just scared to say anything because I'm so quick to be, you know, snap off, cut motherfuckers off that I don't know for little bitty shit or what seems little. And so I actually considered like a grown ass woman, and I was like, maybe other people would rather hear my actual voice. And so I stopped speeding my voice up, and you know what happened? My viewership increased.
That's normal because people will want to hear a normal person.
Yeah.
Just like some people don't like people that don't have a.
But I was just speeding it up just a little bit.
Matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
You're trying to hide.
But
you know, I mean,
yeah. But I was woman enough to respect that, and so I started using my regular voice. Actually, just in the recent months. I guess because I thought, what if Gigi feels that way? Like, what if she wants, you know, the one that on my Patreon? I was like, what if she really wants to hear my regular voice and she don't want to tell me because she don't want to feel like she policing how I do my videos? But I would want to respect that for someone like her. So I did. I used my regular voice. Matter of fact, when I did one of my videos in my regular voice, one of her comments, she basically said she missed me. And I don't know if that's because she had been away for a while or something and it just came back up. But, you know, she added that she enjoyed chilling and just chilling and listening to that video. So it made me feel like, oh, maybe she felt like that we was just really chilling and talking. And maybe that's what that other person don't feel when they hear my voice sped up. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, regular voice it is.
I'm talking to you.
I'm gonna let you have that. Cause I'm appreciating on you right now. I'm gonna fuck you up later.
How much later? How much time I got? I need to call my mama. That's what I'm asking.
You got an hour and a half.
Okay. Call my mama.
Not exactly. It may be later than that, but I'm just saying. So you know the minimum amount of time you might have.
Who would have thought that our life would be revolved around fucking bitching and moaning and critiquing and all that shit over some mask? Mask! People getting killed over a fucking mask. Like, but see, to me, those are, you know, those people are unstable. Fucking put the chip in them people.
Put the chip in them.
Trying to do it to us.
But maybe they did put the chip in them people. Maybe that's why they're able to control them and make them snap off at will.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm not talking about the one. Well, if they're not already activated like that,
right?
Making people do shit like that,
right?
But you getting front row, first hand evidence of the unstable.
Evidence, solid evidence. Unmistakable, unquestionable, without a shadow of a doubt.
All of it.
And that's where I just resolved to say, I just hope everybody's paying attention to everyone around them right now. It's like what Rihanna said in her acceptance speech for that award show that neither of us watch because we don't fuck with award shows like that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But she was like, she had this long speech, and I was like, I knew. Remember back when she had, after Chris whooped her ass, and then she was having interviews and shit, and I was like, dumbasses, both of them, whatever. And then she fell quiet for a couple of years, and I said Rihanna been quiet, and I low key hope it said she went somewhere and grew her ass up, is growing her ass up. Do you remember me saying that? Because I feel like she went somewhere and she's growing the whole fuck up, and part of it was because she smoked so much weed. So I figured she ain't just sitting and smoking weed and not growing up. So I said, I figured and when she came back out, she eased her way. I don't think anybody paid attention to it. She eased her way into a distant relationship because she still is under Jay-Z's label, remember? So, she was affiliated with Beyonce and Jay-Z on that level. So I kind of noticed, I was like, oh, she's slowly distancing herself without distance herself. So she's still maintaining respect and not necessarily pulling her fans away from Tidal or whatever the fuck they doing, but she's still doing her own thing. She wasn't coming out with a lot of music. She would put out a banger every now and then, but not to get attention for that banger. And I was like, there's something else going on. Next thing you know, she got her own fucking brand. Then next thing you know, she's a fucking national ambassador. I was like, she went somewhere and grew the fuck up. Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. Anyway, so her speech was just, she was saying, okay, so...
You get your girl she shit going?
I did.
You done?
I did it.
You done, son. Just checking. So I can hit deliver and have that shit here right through. Mm-hmm. And then ain't no, oh, what about the butter?
It might be that.
Okay, all right. Go ahead about your ambassador.
It might be that, bro.
Go ahead about your thug ass ambassador.
Not no more.
Whatever.
She grew up. You can't look on. You can't search no hashtag.
On my mask.
Damn, they put them both in there.
But we could get masks made up in China and put some print on it and sell it. You know what I mean? That's all people doing. That's the whole thing of people selling masks now.
I didn't want to have to go through my save.
Then don't. You don't have to do it for her.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
I
do. People care.
I don't care about Rihanna.
People care so much. Oh, Jamie Foxx lost his sister.
To what?
The one that had Down syndrome.
Just recently?
Yeah, a couple of days ago. I was following her on Instagram too. It was weird, but I don't know, she was sweet in her own way. You know, Jamie moved in certain circles, so she had this big crush on Chris Brown. So Chris Brown used to, I know, right? She don't know.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, so Chris Brown would entertain her, give her a hug or whatever, and then she would talk on her. And at first I was like, oh, I shouldn't be messing with her head like that. And I was like, you know what? Let her be great. Her brother is Jamie Foxx. Let her be great in this Down syndrome life. And then she had said something about, she kind of talked with a lisp too. She said something about she was getting her music together, recording her music. And so she even put up a song that she sang. And I was like, word, girl. So, but I follow her. Her energy, I don't know. She had I felt a kinship. Like if I had a slow cousin, that would be not because we related or look alike, but from Texas.
You know where that's coming from?
Texas.
You know where it's coming from?
It's a Texas thing.
No, you said if you had a slow cousin.
Where is that coming from? Oh my God! I do know where that's coming from.
That's where that's coming from.
Oh, that is where it's coming from.
But she's still here.
I know. Yeah, so, and I know he loved his sister too. That's one thing. If people talk all the shit in the world about Jamie, they know he loved his sister. I know he hurting. I wonder if it was COVID. Because that was sudden, seemed like.
Sometimes people with certain kinds of stuff, they
more susceptible.
Well, not just COVID, but they have other complications that could happen pretty quickly if they don't address it.
And people
like
are
lupus could get out of control.
I was finna say,
like
and
that.
people are addressing their other issues less behind, prioritizing other people in COVID. You know what I mean? I thought about that. But not people just with pre-existing conditions being more vulnerable, but people with pre-existing conditions that are actively bothering them and not able to get. And that's why I was telling you, I was like, when you talk to your mom, and maybe it's not important, but I said maybe see if they can talk to get some enough for 3 months, or more, double what they usually get, to hold them over, so in case there's any problem with people that are on these prescriptions. And that's another thing. And for some reason, I didn't know why I was so thankful for it a few years ago, but even with your dad being sick, I spoke on it a couple of times with even with you, and I was saying how I'm so thankful that we're not on prescriptions, because everybody in this nation is on them, of all ages. Children too. Children got prescriptions for their asthma, for their with the Ritalin stuff that they got the kids hooked on. The whatever the kid drugs are for them that got on drugs for being a kid having ADHD. Their attention span ain't gonna be on one thing. They learning about the whole ass world. But anyway, they drug them up. But everybody, the people that got diabetes now, because that don't stop it, have no age limit. People are on prescription medications that they are understood to have to take for the rest of their lives. And we don't have that issue. And I'm very thankful for that. Because if anything does happen with those people, okay, we know the people that are terminal, they're going to go. But the people that are not terminal, because they got this medication, it's going to be problems. And those people don't get counted in the casualties. But they are.
I heard my knuckle.
Yeah. Oh,
My
good.
finger
Well, good, because you gave that enough power. We needed that.
Make it effective.
We needed that knock to be real. We needed to be real. And I even further hope that don't even be an issue for nobody. Let me put that energy in the air. For even the people that do. I'm thankful not to have to worry about it, but even for people that do, I don't want them to have to endure that. Except for the racists who don't believe none of this, no way. Fuck them. I'm just there. But it ain't nobody's fault. Everybody only know what we know, only because we surrounded by whatever we were surrounded by. However we took it upon ourselves to absorb and learn or not learn from it all. We are just our experiences. All of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my mom before I get everything.
Yeah, because I'm going to get you.